today? Talking to you from Toronto.
Hi. Oh my gosh, Toronto.
Nice. How is it over there?
It's beautiful. Lovely day today. We're getting summer. I'm very happy. Seeing how we've been in lockdown for, 300 years. I don't know. That's what it feels like.
Yeah. We're up. We live up in the mountains over here near LA. So we're getting kind of a mixture. It was like heat wave, and now it's a little bit cooler.
Yeah, we got a thunderstorm yesterday, which was incredible.
Yeah.
West again.
You know?
This is great.
Living on the edge up here.
Good stuff. We're all good. Congratulations on the film. And I love the fact that both of you are in it together. And I was wondering when it was presented to you, like, was it presented to one of you first, or did you both, were approached? How did it all come about? Kevin, want to start?
Yeah, it was. I think it was kind of in that order, wasn't it? It was me and then you. Yeah, it was like so we knew Bryce McGuire, who was a producer on it, and Kate had worked with him as an actor with something he was directing.
Yeah.
So he kind of thought of us a little bit, and I had met Isaiah, the director, in the park to just kind of talk about this. And this was before park hangs. This was pre-pandemic. He was like, "Meet me in this park," and I was like,
just
"Okay."
A good old-fashioned park hang.
Park hang, and I was like, "All right, I'm gonna meet a director in a park. Like, this could be a con." And then
yeah, right. Got to be careful. Yeah.
I met him in like the park in Pasadena, and I was like by myself, and it was checking a lot of the wrong boxes. And then like I just felt something, and I like looked in the distance, and there was Isaiah just like running towards the park, and he was like, "I live kind of close, so I just figured I'd run." And I was like, "I'm already on board for this movie, whatever we're doing."
This was pretty cool. Yeah.
Your next hang with Isaiah was just playing guitars.
Yeah, he was like, "Come over and play guitar. We'll talk about the movie."
That must have been your audition. You
I was
didn't even
like,
know.
terrific. Yeah, and then you were in Ireland at the time visiting your mother.
Yeah, so. My family lives in Ireland, so I was there at the time and got up super, like, it was like the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And just FaceTimed with him, and we talked about the part and all that. It seemed like a really good fit, and it was just from there. It was
hilarious
awesome.
Discussions though. Yeah, parking, just a Zoom. Zooms were
in the middle of the night.
Yeah. It's a cool film. It reminds me a lot. It's very kind of nostalgic because obviously here's this guy who's played by Johnny Ray Gill, is great. And he wants to hold on to something that's obviously a family, it's been in the family forever. You guys were are loyal. You were bandmates with him. You Kevin, you play his business manager. So you guys are all friends. You've been together and you're standing by each other. But what I love about it is that, he really wants to hold on, and he's having a real difficult, he just doesn't know what to do because he can't afford to keep it on. But I was wondering, as I'm watching this, it kind of reminds me a little bit about what this past year has been about, because you look at a lot of places that maybe we went and we took for granted, and now they can't afford to stay open. And I was wondering, was there, and I know this is a whole long rambling question, but is there anywhere that you guys, over the pandemic, you thought, oh shoot, I loved going to that restaurant or that place, but it closed down? Okay?
Specifically, I think where we shot too, like we lived really close to where we ended up shooting this at the venue that they shot at. So we would drive past it all the time, and even just think about fondly about being in a music venue, which we missed a lot. And there were some great ones in LA that some of them are clinging to survival and coming back, and other ones unfortunately didn't make it. But a big city like that was able to fund them and everything. But also, this movie and that location represented, our industry too, and kind of. We were feeling like we were kind of missing out on work and feeling this, like everyone was, that everything was coming to a standstill. So yeah, it was like, I think we were both really missed during all of this, just being around your friends on set, working, and as well as a music venue.
Yeah, I think it's also really kind of the themes of that go along with the fact that, as artists, we were in a situation where you have to struggle to be able to do that art, and you wonder, like both of our characters do in the film, mine kind of more specifically, is this worth it to keep doing? Is this worth it to keep going? Is it worth it to fight for something that you love if everything is going against it? And I think that was something that in 2020 became really clear to a lot of people, because everybody lost things that they loved, and so it was about whether or not it's worth it to fight for that over the time so that you can have it, when things open up again, and have it kind of persevere. And just kind of, I think also like the value of those things, I think in a lot of ways you don't realize, like we all take like TV shows, for example, we take for granted, we go, they're not curing cancer, they're on a TV show, like this is or you're curing cancer on like, a Grey's Anatomy situation, but it's entertainment. Yeah. And you take that for granted. You say like, it's not, we're not on the front lines and all of that. And we certainly are not. Certainly aren't. However, you kind of realize the importance of having those things to kind of lift you up out of the day to day, and to have something to escape to. And so I think it was also, while, our art was being challenged as far as our ability to do it, it also kind of, I think, reminded us a lot of how important it is in our society, like how art is really something that we need to try to cling to as much as we can. And I think this movie is very much about that same thing.
I completely agree. You guys are great. Like, there's a nice camaraderie with all of the actors, obviously, because you're playing all close friends. But Kate, there's a scene that you have with Johnny where you guys have to down a few drinks. How many takes, or was it like all at once?
I think that there were a few takes of that, and it was apple cider.
Okay.
And that was a very difficult, I did not think that there was room left in my body for one more drop of liquid. And yet I dug deep and just kept chugging. It was definitely unpleasant. And, but I'd say that it looks pretty good. I was chugging it. I'd say.
No, listen, I was all in. I believed you. You did a good job there. I was.
Maybe I'm just lying, and there was like just a tube that was in the side of my mouth where Kevin was behind the camera, just like sucking down the liquid so that,
I'm
just
not
to help me out.
I'm just drinking it. Okay.
You're just drinking it outside. Just help me out, make it look real. It's method acting.
Taking one for the team.
Yeah. And Kevin, how uncomfortable do you get when your wife has kissing scenes with another man?
I didn't do too bad. I definitely left the place. I didn't want to be.
He left the country.
I didn't want
for that
to be.
scene.
Yeah, I didn't want to be in Video Village, being like, But yeah, I was okay. I didn't want to kill him.
Okay, that's good.
Progress.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Hon,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm very impressed. I'm very good. Take it for the team. I appreciate it. Before we wrap up.
Didn't kiss Johnny Ray. It's really what it came down to.
Yeah. Maybe Kevin was a little jealous that he didn't get a kissing scene.
I think that's true, and look, you should be. Johnny Ray's a good-looking guy.
Yeah, there's no question.
I didn't actually fall in love with him.
I do.
It really
Big news. We're getting a divorce. I'm running away with Johnny Gill.
No. Before I wrap up, Kevin, I have to talk about Upload because I love that show so much. With our Toronto Robbie. Come on, Robbie Amell.
He's the best.
It's the best show. Can you give me a little scoop for season 2? What's going on? And I'm very excited.
Yeah. So we wrapped shooting, which was cool, and Kate went up there with me. So we were up in Vancouver.
Yeah.
We wrapped in April. It's like I would say what I could say about it is we get a lot more into kind of the more ensemble. Like the first season was building the ensemble, so there's some really good stuff with me and Alicia Zainab Johnson, which is really great.
Right.
But also, I think Robbie said this. I thought this was really astute. That like everything that you love about this show, you're gonna love even more because we just do more of it. So we just go deeper with how gross and perverted the capitalism is in the show,
and your character is
and my character. I my debauchery continues.
Oh, good.
There's a lot of it's continuing to be really fun. I don't know about release yet, but hopefully pretty soon they have the cuts and they're
good. Yeah, it's so clever. When I remember when I watched the first season, I was like, wow, this is really fresh, and it's nice to see something fresh, Well,
that was in case in point, I think, with like it was nice when that all dropped in May during the pandemic, like 2 months after things had like really started to shut down. It was just kind of, it's a fun watch, and it's the themes, the intellectual themes are there if you want to think about them. If you
Right.
don't, you just want to tune out and just kind of watch something that's kind of funny and heartfelt too, like that's there as well. But it has a lot going for it. I absolutely, it's nice to be on a show that you're also like a huge fan of.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, guys, what a delight to talk to you both today. Thank you so much for your time. And you're both so great in Rollers. And it's a movie that really stuck with me. It's really, really good. I really enjoyed it.
Cool.
Thank you for
Thanks
watching.
for having us, man. We
My
appreciate it.
pleasure. See you soon. Take care and have a great day. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Okay, take care.